Hi, this is Manginoni, and welcome to another edition of The Good, the Bad, and the Disappointing. This was a rather difficult week because there was a lot of good. Not too many bads and disappointings, at least from what I got. So, I think what I decided to do was give a book its due that finally deserves a good, and that is Forever Evil. Now, I have to be very, very careful about this because I really don't want to spoil the fun of this book in case you have not read this. What I will do is I'll show you a little bit so you get an idea of the artwork, but beyond that, I'm not going to go too far into it. What I will say is this. What the Crime Syndicate did to Nightwing, kudos. That was dastardly. What Luther did for Nightwing, superb. Had to be done. What Batman did, he's being stupid. It's that plain and simple. Uh, the man under the hood is revealed, and it makes... I'll say this. On the surface, it really makes sense. If you really think about who could be behind the mask, under the mask, that choice actually makes 100% sense. But they do a twist to it, and that twist is making things really interesting. I give kudos to Johns for that. Now, the artwork is good, but again, I know with Finch, his artwork is really polarizing, and like for an example, there's when you actually finally do see Dick Grayson. I mean, granted, it does look like he got worked over a little bit, but it looks like they worked him over and they threw him in the shower, and then he's cleaned up a bit. So that part was a little bit disappointing. He also looks a lot younger than what he really should be. There is a nice little moment between Bruce and Grayson, so I give that props. For me, though, the best, very, very best part is what the heroes do to the Crime Syndicate. That was freaking awesome. I swear to you, if you had Justice League of America and this band of merry men, I guarantee you, if I could only buy one, I would buy this. They jack things up, and they jack things up good. Um, People die, and I granted understanding comic books, even though somebody gets hacked, dismembered, and they lose all their blood, and their atoms are scattered across the universe, they can still come back. So, even though I'm saying people die, I understand full well that death isn't permanent, but just the fact that they're going through the motions, oh man, that made me feel like awesome. Like this was a great. Oops, can't show too much, but I was like, that was awesome, and I really, really appreciate that. Uh, could it have been better? Yeah, I think it could have been a little better at times, but my major complaint is why did it take 5 issues to get to this part? There's so much fluff in the middle. We could have cut some of that out, and then this would have been much, much better. But I really did enjoy it. So it definitely deserved the good. The bad. Oh, 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 what a mess, what a mess. Now, I understand this has to do with fear gas and, realities and, people being controlled and stuff like that. But this thing was just, I don't know, to me, it just seemed like a story without a heart. And even the Scarecrow wasn't even that intimidating, so to speak. It was just, look at what's going on. We know everybody's going to be saved. We've seen this type of fear gas or, do something similar in the past, and we know it really has no effect. And so that part was really disappointing. And, on cue, all of the heroes seem to snap out of their mind control, and I'm already going, that's kind of really lame. And at the very end, what actually, now this is where I know that I'm going to have issues with, people are not going to agree and disagree with, but there's this really nice moment between Batman and Catwoman. And this could have really been a really touching moment, because you can see there's tension between the two. Catwoman just wants the bat, and the bat's just like, he just gives her the cold shoulder and leaves. And I understand that this is typical Batman. This is the way it had to end. But there's a part of me that just was like, can't you just throw her a tiny bone to show that you're a little bit more human than that? But no, not really. Overall, like I said, to me, the reason why this is bad is it was just it was with from it was like without a heart. The story was just things just kind of conveniently fell into place. Took way too many issues to get through. Didn't even need a title appear at Gothtopia. Could have probably been handled in 2 issues, and that would, I mean, it would have been fine. It was just bad. Really, really bad. You know what? Forget it. It could actually have been handled in 1 issue, really. Now for the disappointing. And that is Wolverine and the X-Men relaunch, number 1. Okay, why is this a disappointment? It's really simple here. First of all, you have the conclusion to the first series handled really quick. It's kind of like there's no even build up to graduation. It's just, hey, we're graduating and we're done. And then now we have to deal with the next, the school year. All of the teachers are gone because they're all in other secret missions. You have Quentin is now a teacher, and I understand this is the issue where they establish the status quo. And to me, I just want more from this book. Like, I understand it's the writing, and I understand it's a totally different artist, but to me, the whole heart of the story and the characters was a little bit more lightheartedness. A little, I mean, there was chaos, but it was a little. To me, it seemed like controlled chaos. And with this, it was just kind of like you have Rockslide, who's out of control. You have Quentin, who doesn't want to be there. You have Wolverine, who does not have his healing powers and is trapped in a prison cube in space, killing people, when in theory he should be working for the mob, and he's in 1,000 different places. And to me, this doesn't even make sense that he's there. They should have had him anywhere but this place. But they know they have to bring in Fantomex and have to try to drag him into this. And it just, I don't know. To me, I don't know how much longer I can really buy this book, because it's just, like I said, it really is a disappointment. And I don't know. I mean, maybe I should just set my expectations lower, and if I do that, then maybe I'll enjoy this book a lot more. And I'm sure there's going to be people out there who are going to be like, oh my god, Jason Latour is the greatest author known to mankind. It's the greatest story ever. But, look, yeah, this is the way I look at it. Have we seen this before? Yeah, we have. The thing that Aaron did special about the beginning of his run was well, you can argue we've seen scenes like that before. It was just done in a very creative way. And this, to me, just seems like, okay, we're going to reset everything, which is fine. It's a new direction, new creator. But it doesn't, it's basically somebody replaced the soul of the book. And that's where I'm having problems with it. So it's not, to me, it's just not as entertaining as what it used to be. Anyways, that's my good, the bad, and my disappointing. Let me know what your good, the bad, disappointing is. Do you think Forever Evil deserves the top spot, or does something else is more deserving? Because I guarantee you there are some other really strong books. Anyways, like, share, Facebook, Crunchyroll Anime Reviews, more reviews later.